everybody. Welcome back to Deciphering Crypto. Glad to see you again this week. This week, we're going to be talking about one of the narratives that I really feel like I've neglected here over the last, year or two, and that is going to be gaming. The protocol I'd like to go over today with you it's called GameSwift, and the token is GSWIFT, and it is a fantastic protocol, and I think it has the potential to do a lot of big things. Let's talk about it. Okay, GameSwift, or the GSWIFT token, it is a layer 1 network, and it really is going to revolutionize the way that blockchain and gaming interact with each other, and it has the potential for so much more. It's going to get rid of a lot of the problem areas that require a lot of knowledge, that put a lot of fear and hesitation into the typical public. As far as blockchain and cryptocurrencies, it's going to eliminate the knowledge needed for like blockchain interactions and for cross-chain transfers. It's also going to eliminate the need to have an understanding of multiple wallets and security. So seed phrases, stuff of that nature, that's not going to be needed. And a lot of these things are scary. I have friends who have bought tokens or crypto on Coinbase. The likelihood of them taking that currency and moving it off of the central exchange onto a wallet so that they could actually utilize the currency's full potential is slim to none. So eliminating a lot of these things by just allowing people to log in with like your Gmail or with your social medias, and then you have an account and you can utilize that currency from the platform itself. So that whole thing where you log in from, I call it log 3. So you just log in using a basic login that you use for almost anything else in Web 2, and it creates an account and a wallet and everything you need to interact with cryptocurrency, except for you don't have to have the knowledge of going to a bridge and doing these other things. So GameSwift can join multiple gaming platforms on multiple chains just using the GSwift launcher and network. So you could have a game that's on Polygon network, you could have a game that's on the Arbitrum network, and you can utilize your currency for both, and you don't have to bridge that currency. You would be able to utilize it from the one platform. And then even theoretically, potentially in the future, because of that, you could end up getting on, playing some games, earning some money online, then paying your electric bill, and then do a little bit of shopping on Amazon and pay those bills and do that shopping from the one wallet address that you have created by just signing up for GameSwift. So I think the potential is very exciting and is really limitless. Let's see, one of the other very cool features is that they actually have a software development kit. So you would be able to, as a developer, build your game on the GameSwift network and then integrate your game that you're working on or have already completed that is used on another network and get that to be part of the GameSwift family. One of the other things that you'd be able to do with the token is you'd be able to stake the token. And so that's going to help with the security of the chain. One of the other very cool features about this protocol is just data availability. So there's actually a GameSwift ID that's used to keep track of you as a gamer and all of your analytics, be able to tell you how often you play different games, what percentage of time you're spent on different games, even as far as kill ratios and different analytics that you would be concerned about within a game. And then that same GameSwift ID can be used by developers to see what gamers are spending their time on and how they're utilizing the platform so that they can focus their energy, time, and attention on what people are using as opposed to whoever is making the most noise in a forum, which is usually how that happens. And I don't know if you've ever been part of a gaming community, but whoever is the loudest in the gaming forum typically gets their concern addressed, even though the people really that are part of the forums is a very small percentage of gamers on the actual platform. One of the other cool things that I love about there's just a ton of games. There's one thing I wasn't even aware of when I started looking into the project is, they have World of Tanks, World of Warships. Love those games. Look forward to maybe trying a couple of different games. I don't know how much time I have to game, honestly. This is part of the reason why I feel like I've neglected this narrative and this niche within crypto. I have so much going on with work and then the other things that I'm doing that I haven't had a lot of time to spend gaming, but there are some very cool games, and I've definitely played quite a few games in the past. It looks like a very cool launcher and an ecosystem. As far as the user interface, I mean, everything is pretty simple. It has a feel for me like Steam. So you have Steam, you install it on your computer, you can buy, install games, and then they're all just available from that launcher. So that's basically the feel, and it looks pretty cool and is really easy to use. Let's see, as far as token utility, I mean, the testnet has been live for about 45 days right now. So it went live maybe the first week of June. It might have been the last week of June, but I think it's been live for about a month to 2 months. So they're working on that. But when over time, the token is going to have quite a few different utilities. It's going to be used for governance. It is also going to be used for transaction fees. It could potentially be used for payments. It can be used for in-game currency. It can be used for staking, and it will also be used for cross-chain interoperability. And that's one thing, is that the protocol itself is actually going to pay for a lot of those bridges. So if you're familiar with cryptocurrency, you know if you want to bridge from one chain to another, there's going to be a transaction fee that's associated with that. But with GameSwift, that is going to be taken care of within the protocol itself. So new users or gamers, just individuals in general who aren't familiar with cryptocurrency, that's all going to be seamless. They're just going to take their currency that they just bought an upgrade on for World of Tanks, and then they're going to buy an upgrade in Star Heroes, and they're not even going to necessarily know that one is on a different chain than the other. It's not even going to play. It's just going to be a currency that's available to use on the platform. And that is going to be very cool and really help the ecosystem grow. Now, as far as revenue streams, I feel like there's a huge potential for revenue streams with this protocol. There's going to be in-game transactions and microtransactions, marketplace transaction fees. So when you're in there and there's going to be NFTs that you can trade or sell, and that's one aspect of the protocol itself, is you could be in a game and you get a certain object, or you buy your way or attain to a certain level to where you can get a certain object, and that object's going to be an NFT, and then you can take that NFT and then you can sell it in the marketplace for other NFTs or for even just a type of currency. But anytime there's those transaction fees that are involved, that will provide revenue to the protocol. There will also be transaction fees for any cross-chain transactions. They're going to kind of be hidden behind the scenes. There is also potential for partnerships and licensing fees for integrating products into the ecosystem. There's also a huge potential for advertising for other games or items in games or certain upgrade packs for games. All of those advertising fees and licensing fees would also be available. So it's really fairly limitless potential on revenue that can be generated. As far as security for the protocol, they've performed several audits. I'll put a link in the description, but those audits are available on GitHub, and they continue to let everyone know that security is definitely a priority, and they're going to be continuing to do third-party audits, and those will be posted as they're done. Let's see, as far as the reputation, I think the reputation is stellar. The team is fully docked. They all seem to have an immense amount of experience. GameSwift is extremely active on X, and they have about 222,000 followers. They update regularly. They do regular AMAs and updates on the protocol. Partnerships, they have some partnerships with Avagachi and with Phoenix. They also have about, as far as holders of the token, about 23,000 holders of the token at least. I don't think that also includes holders of the tokens that are on central exchanges, but at least on-chain 23,000 plus token holders. As far as investors, they do have some big investors. Just a few of the investors are Black Dragon, GigaChad Ventures, Daughtry Dynasty Group, Moonhill Capital, Red Swiss Ventures. Let's see, as far as on the Telegram, they have about 28,000 members on Telegram, which is primarily, it seems like, just like announcements or tweets that they make. And then they do have a Discord that has about 32,000 members on it as well. And they're constantly posting announcements and updates on Discord also. So reputation is stellar in my opinion. Tokenomics, there were 1.3 billion tokens that were launched initially. I think that number is going to drop by 300 million. There was just a proposition that was passed recently, and that was to burn over 300 million tokens. that have been locked up. So I think they have that massive burn. I'm not exactly sure what the date is. I was unable to kind of find out what the date was going to be on that burn, but that did pass. So that's going to help out. But right now, about 90% of the tokens are still locked up. But on a positive note, those 90%, let's see, it's the vast majority of those are going to be through the community fund and the ecosystem fund. Those are locked up for governance. So the community is going to vote in order for any of those funds to be utilized. So that's definitely a plus. I think over 50% of all of the locked tokens are community-owned funds, and so those funds will be available after a vote, as opposed to a huge chunk of those funds being utilized by, investors or just being held by one holder so that they can just dump them onto the market. Lots of places you can buy this token. A lot of places you can buy it on Uniswap, on a couple of different chains, on Arbitrum and on Ethereum, and on SpartaDex, which I think is a Arbitrum decentralized exchange. You can also get it on MEXC, you can get it on Bybit, get it on BitGet. So quite a few different places you can buy the token. Right now, the market cap on the token is 9.5 million. I think it's an excellent buying opportunity right now for this token. Fully diluted valuation of the token is 100 million. Although with this platform and the potential of just the login and the elimination of a lot of this cryptocurrency baggage that comes with cryptocurrency and eliminating all of that, I think the potential for this token is huge. Really looking forward to how the protocol evolves, how they're moving forward. I think it has a huge amount of potential and I'm really excited for it. Well, I think that pretty much sums it up for GameSwift. I hope you enjoyed the review. If you did enjoy the review, please give me a like and subscribe. Leave a comment if you have any suggestions on any protocols you'd like me to take a look at in the future. I really appreciate you joining me on this journey into the cryptocurrency space. Remember, none of this is financial advice. Crypto is risky. Have a fantastic week, and I'll see you next time on Deciphering Crypto. Take care.